I'm also a guy who doesn't like to stand still, so afford me the opportunity to walk around a little bit. I am Dave Westlake. I am running for U.S. Senate. I think there's a great opportunity to bring some leadership to the Senate. And as I go around the state, I go to a lot of events like this, and I was at one last night where, and Ryan's have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe anybody was wearing blaze orange last night at the big event in Waukesha. To tell you the truth, I was actually chasing some pheasants around this morning. When I go hunting, I do a lot of chasing. The pheasants love to see me come because they know they're pretty safe. I enjoy the sport, I'm just not very good at it. But last night I was at this party, at this get-together with a bunch of other Republicans in Waukesha. And I was sitting down with a gentleman across from me, and he caught me off guard. He said, "So what are your credentials?" And I was thinking, wow, you know, my disarming good looks aren't enough. And clearly they weren't. So I started going into the same old story. Well, okay, this is what I did. This is where I'm coming from. And I realized, you know, those aren't the important things that we're looking for in leadership in Washington right now. Yes, I graduated from West Point. Okay, sure. Yes, I also served in the Army. I've got an MBA, and I own a small business. All those things are fine and dandy. But the thing that makes me qualified, the things that gives me the credentials to be a U.S. Senator are the same things that give you the right to stand up and demand leadership from your government and from people in Washington, that is that we're all Americans. And we all are bound by the same few things. We love our country. We love our Constitution. We love our families. And we don't want either of them to be taken hostage. So those credentials, I think, are more than enough. Because for the last 18 years, we've had a guy representing us, well, loosely defined as representing us, who doesn't have those credentials. Right? We've had a guy who believes in big government. We've had a guy who believes that entitlements and big government spending and bureaucratic programs are the ways to get out of things like recessions. That's the way to get out of things like a war in Iran, a war in Iraq, avoid a war in Iran, and get out of Afghanistan. Those are not the entitlements that this country believes in. The entitlements that this country deserves and believes in are the ones that we believe in. That is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And the great thing about those entitlements is we don't need any government entity telling us that we can have those. We're born with them. The other great thing about being American is that the rules of being an American are so simple. They're all right here in the Constitution. And anybody who knows me knows that I don't wear blaze orange very often, but I do carry this wherever I go. Because this is the guiding principle that we all need to stick with and we all need to defend. Because without this, there's nothing special about the United States. And this country, mark my words, is a special place. We've done more good things for more people across the country, across the world, than any other country in the history of this world. And when you've got that record, there's no reason to apologize for anything this country has ever done. So I just have a couple things to offer you. If you think that the current state of our economy is okay, then I'm probably not the right guy to support. If you think that the direction that we're going with our foreign policy is right on, I'm not your candidate. If you think that the way we're handling healthcare right now and allowing it to be socialized or potentially being taken over, if you think that's right, then I'm not the guy you want to support. But if you're concerned about the future of healthcare, I want to hear from you today. If you are concerned about the economy and you are worried about your job, you're worried about losing your job or a loved one who's losing their job, I want to hear your story. I want to talk to you. And if you've got relatives or family members who are overseas fighting for the freedom that we all love and fighting for the strength of this Constitution, I want to hear from you as well. I'm wearing blaze orange today, so it should be pretty easy for me to find me in this crowd. And if I have to stay here till 2 o'clock in the morning, my kids will probably fall asleep, but I'll still be awake. I want to hear your story. I want to hear what you have to say. My name is Dave Westlake, and I'm punching back. I'm not going to hold back anymore. We need leadership in Washington. I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to bring it to Wisconsin. I'm here to bring it for the United States. My name is Dave Westlake. I'm going to be your next U.S. Senator.